Hello world, and welcome back to Minecraft Memoir. This is episode 38. In the last episode, we celebrated our 25 sub special. Thank you guys again. That video went out about a week ago, and it did pretty well. A week ago as of me recording this. I had some exams to do and other stuff, so I didn't really get around to recording until just now. So in today's episode, we'll probably get back to building the Aleph library. You can see I'm down here in the mines. We ran out of diamonds, like, completely. And we were basically at the end of our iron. So I am doing another mining trip. That's also what's been taking me the last week, is really I've just been mining, and it's hard to find the motivation to actually want to mine. So it takes a while. But in the process, we've gotten 56 diamonds. That's not including the diamonds I've been using to make, like, the occasional diamond pick. And we've gotten, I think we've got more iron than that. Yeah, we've got like a few stacks of iron going, and a ton of coal. So, very nice. I've also made some developments on the surface, so let's go look at those. Right, so I've been doing some building up here as well. You can see I've put in a pathway. I haven't finished it with like gravel and stuff. I was more getting it modeled out. It goes up and around. I'm not actually sure. I might have shown this on camera before, but if not, that's what it looks like. I haven't done anything with this booster hut. This is more just the way I was coming up, but I have done a lot with this booster hut. So in the design process, I made like a sort of water wheel, water mill design, and I think it looks pretty good. Like a post or a sprocket. I don't know what the actual term is. The thing that gets turned by the wheel comes out of the building from this wall, and the wheel will be turning this way next to it. So this is why I've cleared out this whole area here. But I cleared out like a whole big area, and I was like, man, that's a lot. That's way more than I thought I was going to do. So let me pause and actually show the viewers, so it's not just like done, you know? We'll probably work on this after we do a bit on the library. I more just want to show it to you, so you can see what it looks like. This is the chunk area with like the ocean biome. So I think we're going to have like a water source there. It'll run over the water wheel, and then water will flow down into here and then maybe out that way. And then I need to make a reservoir for the actual water at the top of the water wheel. So coming over here, you can see that like this area, there's like just a bunch of trees here, but if I built that up more, I could make a small lake here. So I think I'll do that. I'll probably extend the lake to this land here, and it'll be bordering the library. So I can't remember if I've done any more work on this line, but if I have, I'll show it to you later. So for now, let's get started on the library. Okay, so now that I've had a sec to look around, I think what we're going to do first is dress up these hallways. They're pretty bland as they are now. I think I'm going to put in maybe something on the floor, because you see I've got this like row of torches leading to the stairs. Maybe I'll put like some sort of carpet leading to those stairs. As well as I need to dress up the sides. They're very bare, very lame looking. On that side, I think I'll put windows in, but on this side, there's nothing to window out to, so I need to make the walls just look cooler, I guess. And finally, I need to put some stuff under these stairs because they're floating. So I'll put some like fence and oak planks. I think that'll probably be it for the first floor here. I still need to figure out where to put those computers, so I'll also figure that out. Now that I've made those changes I mentioned, I definitely don't think the first floor is finished. It's just like not as full as I'd hope it be. It's kind of barren, not as well established. I'm not really sure what the right words are, but I hope you can kind of see what I mean. Like there's tracts of floor that are just empty, and even the floor parts that are full, like, feel empty. So I don't know. I'll keep working on this, but I kind of want to move on to the second floor. You can see like I put these computers in. They don't feel like they're in the right spot. I don't know, it feels like something else should be here. That's kind of unfortunate though, because I don't think they'll do well on that side. So I might move those to the second floor, like the little S's, or somewhere else. I'm not really sure, but it just doesn't seem like a good spot. And then this is the hallway. I threw in some fence posts, made it look all nice and ornate. And the windows look pretty good. I haven't done anything on the outside there. That'll be for later. And then finally on the sides here, I did it in that hallway as well. I put in like bathrooms. I haven't built them at all. I just kind of hollowed out the area. The other room is just a mirror of this one. Now, I don't usually build bathrooms. I kind of ignore or don't acknowledge that bathrooms exist in fantasy worlds. They just feel out of place. But that being said, I also am trying to assume that a lot of people would be in this library, and a lot of people might, raise the need for a fantasy bathroom just enough to actually have one. So I'll probably build that later. I'm not really sure what the design will be, or, the entrance, the exit, what have you. So here on the second floor, I haven't done anything other than get these wood posts in. But I think what I'm going to start with is putting the oak plank like walls in, so you can at least see how tall this thing's going to be. Oh, two more things I want to mention down here on the first floor before I finish the top floor is one, the lighting situation is also just absurd. Like all these torches on the ground makes this place look very ugly. And I think it's contributing to that like unfinished look. So I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of hidden lighting setup. I might put torches like on the pathways that I've made, but not just like strewn about. I'm trying to look down so you can't see any of my progress. So I'll figure out a way to change these out, but there's not really a lot of good options until I get to the Nether, which is what we're building this place for. So, and then in here, this was the storage room, like for the reception desk. I decided to actually just make it my storage room, get my chests out of the main room so I could actually build in there. So I moved it all in here. Wow, okay. I am always surprised by how many blocks each project takes, but this one especially. Like, I thought I had a decent backstock of planks and logs, but now that I've placed a couple of these walls, it is way more resources than I thought it was going to be. I only tallied up like the resources for the first floor. I haven't done it for the second floor yet, but considering the first floor is a lot smaller than the second floor, it's just going to be so many. I probably need at least another double chest of logs before I can like say I will be comfortable in proceeding building. I mean, I'm going to keep building, but off camera, I'm going to have to get at least another double chest. So here's how we're looking. You can see now how tall the library is actually going to be. I'm not sure what the ceiling is going to be like, but that'll probably add at least an extra 3 blocks. But these side sections are 7 blocks, and then line of logs, 7 blocks, and the line of logs. Currently in the test world, it's just a block above the logs here is the ceiling, but I think we might have it be a little bit of a dome, make it look cool. So now I also need to stock up on bookshelves. I definitely don't have enough of those either. I'll probably need at least another double chest of bookshelves. So that's another 3 stacks, or no, sorry, 3 double chests of books. So I'm going to get hot stepping on that. But I'm trying to figure out, again, these side sections now. I really don't have them designed out. So currently in the test world, the walls are just like straight oak planks. And I don't want to have to dedicate that many resources if I actually am not doing oak planks for the walls. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I really don't know. And I also don't know what the exterior is going to look like. So I'm really building like the interior, and then I'll probably have to put like a shell around it. I'm heading over to the tree farm so we can start getting those logs built up. And a friend asked me a few days ago, like, how long do I think I've got left to like complete the library? Now, you'll see it in the form of episodes, but he was asking in the form of hours. And it really made me like consider, how much time am I going to spend building this thing? Because it's like a huge time investment, and I really like don't think about it that way, since it's, just like a couple hours here and there. I don't like sit down and work on it for a day straight. So I kind of have to like add all of my hours up. And going with that metric of like, I'll need a double chest of logs and then a double chest of bookshelves. That double chest of logs, I can usually get about 9 stacks of logs from like each harvest here. And that takes me about an hour. And that is, saying that I have enough saplings, which I don't think I do. Yeah. So I'll probably have to punch a bunch of leaves, which take me another 2 hours. And if I need a full double chest, that is 6 hours, because there's 6 rows. And then plus that 2 hours, that's 8. So let's say about 10 hours for collecting wood. And then for the bookshelves, I can get reeds a lot quicker than I can get wood. So I would say I could probably fill up 3 double chests of books in probably, 10 hours, or at least a double chest of bookshelves in 10 hours. So just consider that, like, just gathering the resources, not even talking about the building, is probably going to take me another 20 hours. Also, I don't know why I wasn't chopping down trees while I'm talking, but yeah, like, it's a huge time investment that I just don't really consider because it's a very passive project here. So while I'm harvesting logs here, I wanted to show off one of the glitches at my disposal. It's not really a feature, but it was in the game for a while. You can see, like, right at the end, I'm not getting it exactly, but right at the end of, like, breaking this block, I swap off of the diamond axe and go to the torch, or just any other offhand, and it saves the durability on the axe, which is really good because diamond tool durability is lower in this version, and diamonds are just kind of generally harder to come by. So it's really good. And later versions, I probably won't do this. Like, I think beta 1.0, or 1.2, is when the tool durability gets increased. So I probably won't, like, do this by then. But for now, like, I really hate wasting diamonds and iron, like, chewing through these axes. So I actually thought that that was patched out really early on in the game, but perusing the wiki, so I could get a bit more history into this series, turns out that that was actually changed in between full release 1.4.6 and 1.8. So we can actually do this for quite a while, which is nice. I really like saving this durability. So it is a few days later, IRL. It's been taking me a while to chop a lot of these trees and like gather all this wood, just because I'm like so busy right now. It's coming to the end of my semester. So that being said, I might not be as active in the like next month, but rest assured I am not ditching the channel. But I'm just expecting that this video and like the next ones, like probably the next 2 or 3, are gonna just take a while to come out. So apologies for that. But in the meantime, here is where we're at. I've carted some over already, so we've probably got about a chest and a half, or a double chest and a half, 3 chests. And then this is our saplings. I've done, I think, 4 or 5 separate like leaf punchings of all of these grown. So we should be set on saplings for a while. Yeah. I'm quite pleased because I don't want to have to do that again. I pretty much went around and punched out a bunch of other like trees too. So anything that doesn't have a trunk should be gone now. Also, I forgot to show this angle, but coming from the tree farm side, you can really see like how much space this library is going to take up. It's starting to take shape here. I can see like these 2 faces will be easily viewable, and this one is pretty much the same size as that one. like visible, so I might be able to make some sort of design with that. But yeah, it's really going to be quite commanding. I'm going to have to put like a support post, I think, there, and then maybe one more in there. One of the things I'm realizing as I'm recording these videos is like how to better record them to, uh, I guess, better reflect my availability of time. Uh, I think I was leaning more towards into that like quick montage style of videos, especially in the last couple ones, that are like a lot of progress condensed down into, about a 30-minute video. And while I do like to show a lot of progress being condensed down, I just don't think it's feasible for me to make such progress, like where I'm at right now. I just don't have the time. So that being said, I think what I'm going to do is still, have the same sort of commentary style, but it'll be more anecdotes like this and like random thoughts, and I'll stop more in between. I might not get as much done in each video, but hopefully I can tell you some more of the intricacies of what I'm doing and like why I'm doing them. Uh, I hope that helps. I hope, I'm sorry if you look more forward to the builds. I mean, it still will be build heavy, just, I won't get as many done as quickly as I can. I forgot to mention it earlier, but I also redid this bit of the chest room. Since we brought up some more ores, I figured it was time to separate out the like coal and redstone from the diamonds and obsidian. And then I reset my iron and gold, so now it looks all nice. So now I'm thinking I actually want to start working on the like watermill minecart station. So let me craft some tools and we'll get over there. Okay, we're over here by the station, and going inside, you can see I got this chest here. Actually, I got two of them. But this one is like pretty much all the blocks that we'll be using for figuring out the mill. I might need some stairs. I don't think I have any. Oh, no, I do. Okay. So I gave a brief explanation earlier, but what we're going to do is have a mill come out directly from this wall, and it's going to spin in this direction. So going towards the coal, I guess. um, and the supply water is going to be a basin that I construct right here where these trees are. Hopefully that's enough water for it to like make sense. I don't know if that means I'm gonna have to build like a dam wall, or if I'm gonna like build up the landscape. But it feels like I'll have to build a dam because like I don't think landscape can hold in that much water right here. But we'll work on that later. For now, I think we're gonna start by just building the mill. And then we'll have to dig down this landscape some, but I'm thinking we'll do like an interesting cobblestone structure of like I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like the like brick structures with a bunch of holes in them and water runs through those holes. And it's like for water storage and purification. I don't know. We'll build one of those though. Okay, so I'm figuring out the spacing here for the gears. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do is have this be one gear, and then there's gonna be a gear underneath it that's like connected to a gear shaft, and then that gear shaft is attached to the water wheel. And hopefully having it underneath this one will have it low enough to like actually get, interaction with whatever body of water is here. Because as it is now, it's pretty high up where I am. I know this wheel is going to be pretty big, but like if it's centered on me, it's not going to go down that much. So fingers crossed. I don't know what I'm going to do if that doesn't work. But yeah, let me get on it. Oh man, okay. I was not checking my recordings folder soon enough, and I had a clip that I recorded that was kind of an in-between step, and unfortunately my OBS didn't catch it. Oh, where did you come from? Must have been that cave. OBS didn't catch it, so here's the water wheel. The in-between step was me showing you kind of how those gears meshed. Um, I chose a design there that like looks like they would IRL connect together pretty well, like as actual gears. And then there's this main gear shaft made out of stone that runs through the watermill. And then attaching that is like cobblestone. And then there's like these wooden spokes, and the wheel is made out of oak. And then finally, like these little paddles to like actually catch the water. And they curve such that they would like cup the water, so the water will pour in this way. You can see. I actually think I made them a little too curvy. I might want to make them a little more pokey outy. But I think I'll leave it as is for now. What we're going to do next is you can see here the gear shaft doesn't actually like attach to anything. So I think we're going to do some sort of like cobblestone thing to hold it. I really think that like cobblestone works best with water structures. Like, I don't know, just the water, the blue, and this like older cobblestone texture. They're great together. So we'll probably have cobblestone here, and then on the sides will be, you know, regular stone and dirt to blend it in. This is really nice though. It doesn't occupy nearly as much space as I thought it would. So I can actually bring in some of this landscape a bit and reuse some of that space for like a water storage. Oh man, I actually just had a great idea. So I was really worried about like, where is my source of water? Like, I can't really build a big lake on any of these plateaus. The whole point is that it's like a cracked, big, but kind of flat surface. So naturally the water would be collected like at the bottoms. So instead of like trying to make this lake be somehow the main primary source, I can make a big pipe right about here, and one of its spouts will be over the water wheel, and the other spout can be over this lake, and then this lake can be used as a reservoir, and I can use that as like, I don't know, like the source for aqueducts for other things I might build. That would be much later down the line, but you know, it could set me up for something cool. So, since we're doing a big pipe, and pipes are usually made out of, you know, some sort of metal, our closest analog is smooth stone slabs. So I crafted a bunch of these, and hopefully this is enough for the pipe. If not, I can just run back and get some more cobblestone. We have plenty these days. I am quite grateful for all the mining we did, but we really, you know, didn't need to stock up. These big projects are really netting us a lot of cobblestone. So I'm thinking I'll probably build it right about here. Feels sort of centered. Oh, I might center it on the bridge or something. But yeah, it'll be right about here. Not really loving this design. Nice. I kind of messed up at the beginning, so you didn't get this bit. Yeah. See, this is why I like to pre-build stuff. The first design never works out. It's never the best one. What I'm thinking the issues were is that I built the pipe wide in this direction because I was like, oh, it needs to like taper out and it needs to be wide and then thin, but it can just stay thin. Like I wanted it to be 5 blocks wide and then taper to 3 blocks when it poured over the wheel, but we can just start at 3 blocks and stay that wide. So I think what we're going to do is rotate this whole thing 90 degrees, That way, I can also make it, since it's 5 in the middle, I can put like a little barrier in here, and I can actually use the water stream up that goes into this lake as a little water elevator. Probably not the one that goes over the wheel because, you know, I'll just land right on the wheel. But the other side could be a little more fun. Ouch. Okay, so I'm looking at this pipe, and I'm thinking we might actually just make it round after all. I'm looking around my world here, and like, you know, considering all the buildings I've made, everything here can be feasibly made by hand. I mean, it would take a really long time, and it did. Um, but like, if you were to actually build all this stuff, you wouldn't need any like special high-tech equipment, really. The library is a wonder of the world, but you know, you still really wouldn't need all that special tech for it because it's all wood. But this pipe, this is like implying a certain level of tech, I think further than I want it to. So in my mind, it was going to look a certain way that was going to be a little more high tech, but I'm changing that design. I was doing some research on like pipe connections and stuff because I don't really know how like water pumps and pipe connections and all that work. And there's a whole lot of information for it. So what I think we're going to do is, if I'm remembering correctly, flanged connections are good for like big, large diameter pipes and like high pressure, which is, you know, what this would be. And a flange is like two wide sections with bolts. I'll try to build something like it, although I don't know if it'll come across here. But that's what I'll try to mimic. And then I'm going to make like a weird, simple looking spout, I think. And then we'll call it a day because we're reaching the end of the video here. Okay, and at last, here is our final faucet design. Looks a bit different. I decided I was wasting a bunch of materials. You know, when you break a double slab, it only gives you one back. So I didn't want to keep doing that. So I went into my test world and busted this out. Looks pretty nice. I actually haven't finished. There's like some more cobblestone supports on this bottom part of the pipe I think I'm going to put on. But the faucet is finished at least. You can see I used some brick, finally. The first time I've used brick in this world. We find such little clay that it's not worth like actually building with it. But using it as... Oops, wrong way. Using it as a bit of decoration is pretty nice. So it's like the wheel for, or the knob for the faucet. And you can hear water. There's some dirt blocking some water in there. See, we can actually go inside. Yeah. So in the future, I'll probably make some way of like a water elevator. I'm not sure where it'll connect to. And then we'll make this another outlet, and you can go and ride into the lake. So, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to be able to turn on the water in this episode, just because I haven't finished anything down there. We'll have to do that next time. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna really try to make these episodes a little more casual. Like, it really feels like I focused more on building this faucet and like the water mill than the library in today's episode, which I think I did a little bit, but also it was more that I just recorded more short clips. And I like that, so I think I'm going to do that. And I'll do that with the library too, even if it's just kind of boring stuff. You know, I'll show you more clips of the boring stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. Take care.